think that happened? No, I've watched. I don't think so. But not really any of my business anymore, is it? And have you been with in the last 6 months? How many women have I been with in the last 6 months? Honest? Counting like up until today, 6 months ago? 3. Said, did April bring the kids back to Ashley? Well, oh my goodness. That's not a question I can answer. I'm going to say I don't believe so. But I'm not going to answer that question out loud publicly. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's just, before that, he's like doing like a DSP joke, and DSP's famous for jacking off on the stream. He's just so fucked up and out of his goddamn fucking fried, Holocaust-bodied brain that he can't pull it off right. It's a disaster. Look, one thing I will not joke about is the fact that I do believe he's got money. Go to Hazleton, take some time off, get the fuck off the internet, go get healthy. You're rotting. You're literally watching a man rot. And the problem is he thinks he's too fucking smart and that he has to attack people who tell him this. Anyone who tells him, you're rotting, you're not doing well, you're physically repulsive to look at, you're pale, you look terrible, you need to go somewhere, you need to get off all the junk you're putting in your body. Even whatever foods you're putting, let's change everything up while we're at it. Let's do like a whole system flush. Let's get you gaining 25 to 30 pounds at least. And let's get you back on a good track. You got 5 fucking kids. Quit fucking around and get your goddamn shit together. You know, money masks a lot of shit, but it can't buy a new soul. So get your fucking soul in order. And by the way, it shouldn't take people like Alex Stein and me, who are fucking scumbags, by the way, to tell a man who claims to be holier than thou and Christian and religious and blah, blah, blah. It shouldn't take a bunch of degenerates for us to tell you that your fucking soul is at risk. Not only are you dying, but you're rotting spiritually. And you're taking people with you. You know, I mean, I got the fuck away from that vortex. Because every time I tried to talk about anything being a problem, I was dismissed. I was, you get that long explanation of, well, actually, if you read the things I've read, you'll see that actually what it does is it can actually help you by raising your ability to cope with stress. And drop some of your fucking stress. Well, you see, I have 5 children that are homeschooled. Send them to fucking public school or private school or something. Get the fucking stress off your chest. Do something else. It ain't working. Go do something else. Or be 140 pounds. Go on the internet looking like death warmed over. Take a 45-minute break and come back with powdered sugar. I don't know what the fuck it was on your nose. Look like an asshole for all your children to see. I don't give a fuck. But don't sit here and preach to the rest of us. Don't sit here and tell any of us who have ever been concerned about you that we just don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That you're so, goddamn fucking smart, and the rest of us are just, well, you just believe everything in a DARE pamphlet. You know what? The DARE kids are probably doing a little bit better at this point. Money can mask a lot of shit when it's going wrong, but it can't buy you a new soul. It can't buy you the respect of others. It can't buy you a good relationship with people very close to you. It can't do that. You have to do that. But in order to do that, you have to want to do that. So quit fucking up. Or, here's the wonderful thing about me being free of all this. Or, don't. I'll make sure people put flowers down for you. Well, actually, the term tipsy came from the old Holy Roman Empire and the Emperor Charlemagne. I read that name in a book, and now I repeat it to you to make you feel stupid. Charlemagne took power from his brother Carloman. Do I have enough useless facts to make you think I'm smart? Pure Pleasure is a sex toy shop that we all grew up around in the St. Cloud, Sauk Rapids area. It was, what was it for? April's birthday. The Rekietas wanted to buy her a sex toy or some piece of lingerie or something. They wanted to, Nick and Kayla wanted to buy her something. So we went there. I mean, did I think it was kind of weird? Yeah, but, you know, people want to buy someone a gift. And then I bought her a couple things I wanted to see her in. You know? Oh, let's get Rekieta style wasted, says Burner. I don't know if I have the strength. These I told you so's are not fun because I don't like telling people I told you so when they're hurting and not doing well. But at the same time, I kind of got treated like a fucking pariah and like I was an idiot and an asshole and a monster. What are some of the other names I got called? Monster, bad guy, evil, all kinds of shit. Sorry, I guess I wanted to take away the fun time things. Oh, man. I think Kayla's wonderful. I think Kayla Rekieta is a wonderful woman. I hope she gets involved. I hope she gets involved and talks to her husband and says, look, we've got money. We've got all that. You can go away for a while. You need to go get better. And, takes a little charge of that house, in my opinion. I think she's got it in her. I think she can do it. Somebody's got to. Somebody's got to. If you go out and you act like you're holier than thou and you know shit that, everyone else is stupid and I'm so fucking smart, then you can only go down from there. Cannot be destroyed. What are you going to say? What are you going to say? What are you going to say about me that doesn't incriminate you way worse? Huh? Go ahead. I want to B-Rabbit this thing so bad because I know that he took a few fucking pot shots at me. On that one stream. To me, that stream, the more I see of it, the more it kind of opens the floodgates for me. But like the little shots he took, Aaron tells stories. Aaron does that. I got some fucking stories, buddy, and I probably have a better long-term memory than you do at this point. And when it comes to, that's why I say, watch what you say about me, because I'll say, yeah, and. Aaron did drugs. Sure did. Ashamed of myself. Ashamed of myself. You have no idea. It felt good to tell everybody that so I could go on my path to never doing shit like that again because even though people didn't know I had done it, I felt like I had failed those people. It was terrible. So maybe I'm a narc. Maybe I'm a square. Maybe I'm a dork. Maybe I'm a nerd. But like I said, as Nas says, got in them shoes, tried them, wore them, wasn't a perfect fit, so I couldn't sport them. Woo, cross the Rubicon with me, Aaron. Aaron's serotonin receptors are all shot from 8 doses of MDMA. Somebody did talk to me and they said, you did MDMA 6 or 7 times in that short amount of time. I'm like, yeah, but I kept asking. I was like, are you sure? Like, I did this last weekend. Are you sure this weekend is okay? I feel like I'm doing this a little too much. No, it's fine. You'll be okay. The brain is whatever, blah, 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 blah. Okay, fine. Fine. I got it. Let's give it a shot. My thing was when I did that stuff was I'd take it and then there was no drinking and I would pound water and I'd be chilling. I don't think you should be doing anything other than that when you're doing it. Lance says, Aaron, be thankful you saw that and got far, far away from that filthy lifestyle. I just wish others would have got out with me. And that means Nick, too. I wish others would have got out. I just told you, Coke and MDMA. Did Coke 3 or 4 times? Did MDMA half a dozen or 7 times? Yes. That's what I did. I'm new to the Kiwi Farms. I know you motherfuckers are going to turn on me in no time. I know you're going to think I'm a piece of shit, so that's fine. I am not getting invested in any nice things said about me over there. I know that these moments are fleeting. It's, I will say, I hope the outcome I'm hoping for is that you all just forget about me after this. That's the best. Anyone who goes on Kiwi Farms reading nice things about themselves, and then says, oh, this is great. They're going to love me. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're going to fucking destroy you if you have any confidence about that. You should get me a performance at your kid's birthday. Right. You know who I have a real problem with? The person who was in that room. Because if sorry to go back to this. If you're in that fucking room and you let that go on, you're a real piece of shit. Because that's supposed to be someone, if you're watching the show, that's supposed to be someone you probably care about, right? If I care about people, I fucking look out for them. I take care of them. I try. Right? I try to yank them out of a burning building. No, I don't love you. Okay, well, look, what can I do? You love me. You want out? But anyway, if you're in that room and that's going on, how do you not shut that shit down? Nah, just let it go for hours and hours and hours. I'm not saying who let anyone down in that stream. I'm saying whoever was in that room fucked up big time and is enabling someone who's slow marching to their fucking grave. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying anyone who doesn't help that person get help is enabling their deaths. That's what it is. I want people to be fucking healthy. I don't want people that I have cared about or do care about to fucking die. But everyone else thinks they're so much fucking smarter than me. Okay, cool. Your best thinking got you to that stream. Would it be that terrible to take advice? I suppose so. I suppose so. I have so many grievances that I think about through the day that I hold on to and I go, don't do that. I go, don't go. Like somebody said it on the farms today. They said Aaron's not going scorched earth because he knows that it wouldn't be as cathartic as people think it would be. You know, and that's one, and they nailed it. They're 100% right. That's not going to do anything for me. But talking through the things that I'm inspired to talk about, and then seeing that fucking embarrassment of a video, and then talking about, it's remarkably viral, and people want to know what's going on. They want to peek behind the curtain, and I've been behind the curtain for a long time. I didn't like what I saw after a while, and I decided not to go back. And then, yes, I told the story about how when I said I'm not coming. I can't. I got 3 kids. I remember telling them, I go, I'm here at my house with my friends. We're sitting out on the deck with the fire table, and we're just sitting around having some beers, talking shit, laughing our fucking balls off outside, and the kids are running around in the yard, and I said, it's perfect. I don't want to leave this. I don't want to go back there. And then I got this invective from Nick where I'm a piece of shit. And I won't say what he told you because it would give away way too much. That would embarrass the fuck out of him. But it ended with do the world a favor and K yourself. That's what I was talking about. That's why I don't really give a fuck if 2 things about him that I don't really give a fuck if, any of this gets to him. Because A, that moment, and B, he's got a show. So that's fine. But I'm really, really struggling to say anything that would implicate anyone else. That's where my struggle is. I also thought the weirdest thing was like when I started talking to him and when April started talking to him. Here's my problem. When nobody else would question anything and I would question something, I went, this is weird. And then I just go do it. I was the guy in the horror movie who would go, I don't know if we should go behind that door. Well, I guess we're going behind that door. What are we going to do? He wanted us to use this encrypted app to send messages. And I was like, who gives a fuck? Like, why? Let's just fucking text. Like, I don't text shit that, like, if I text somebody, I can send a fucking text. Oh, we need to go on this encrypted app to send text. Why? That's fucking goofy. But everyone else, I'll just put the app on my phone. Okay, there we go. I'm like, okay, I guess we're putting the app on the phone. I mean, look, there's a little bit of me that feels a little jaded, a little jilted. But at the same time, the rest of it is just, look, this motherfucker went viral. He's been a fucking cunt. And if he goes viral and I can just use him as a story and people want to hear what I have to say, let's fucking go. Why not? My thing is this. I don't feel any allegiance to Rekieta's my ex-wife, anybody. I don't feel any allegiance to anybody. I don't feel it ended well. And also, this motherfucker needs help. Nobody around him's getting him any help. So maybe, and I'm a big believer in shaming people. And if we shame somebody and they change, that's a good thing. I didn't even really want to do. You'll notice I don't think I ever did anything on Nick's channel, nor was I interested in it. I just thought, here's what happened. We did the comedy show. We had a good time drinking. We had a good time hanging out. And then fucking shit got out of hand. that would be it. The reason we started hanging out was I had a good fucking time with the guy. And you know the phrase, keep it simple, stupid? You know that phrase? I probably should keep it simple, stupid. There were some times where the snowed in weekend it was a terrible snowstorm. It really was. The Smokeout Prod says, did you offer April an escape with you? In the darkest of theories, people are afraid you led April into a certain lifestyle and then abandoned her with Nick. I wanted to help everybody who was there. Nobody agreed with me and my decision. I caught it from all ends, that decision. So I had to make that all by myself. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I felt like I left a burning building and I wanted to pull some people out. But if people want to stay in the burning building, they're going to stay in the burning building. There's nothing I can do. So you wish the burning building that they can put out the fire, and then you go on and you do your own thing. That's it. So, yeah, nobody was really a big I was a pest. I was a bug. I was I don't know. I felt like when it comes to the fun stuff, sometimes I felt like a pain in the ass. Like there were some things that I thought shouldn't be done, and I was a dick for that. So then when it got to a point where, here's something I can say about me. My children didn't like going to their house. And that's difficult for me because if my children aren't having fun, like I get my children about 4 days a week. You know, we got as close to a 50-50 thing as you can get. And I cherish my time with my children. Anybody who knows me knows that from day one. I cherish my time with my children. And my children didn't like being there. They said, they would say, Dad, you're the only one who's out there when we're there. And sometimes you're not out there. Blah, 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 blah. And we like it better when we're at home. We can play with you and go with our neighbors, our friends. So I didn't want to take the kids there for multiple reasons. There was also something that happened regarding my children that made me never want to have my children around anything of, let's just say, questionable content or character. I didn't want my children around it. I had wished that many, many times. There was an episode that affects more than just me that I may discuss down the road, but I don't feel like discussing now. And I wanted to protect my children from those kind of things. So I couldn't go there when I had my kids. And when you have two parents in a household and one of them doesn't want to take them a certain place and the other one wants to go to that place, that creates some friction. That creates some tension. So that was why that one weekend I said I'm hanging out with my friends. I'm having beers. I believe I texted Kayla and I said I'm having so much fun with my friends. I'm drinking beers. Things between April and I were not good at this point. They were fucking terrible. You ask me, it was one thing. You ask her, it was another thing. That's how divorces work. You just don't see eye to eye anymore. But I remember I texted Kayla and I said, listen, I'm here with my friends. We're drinking on the porch with the fire table. The kids are out playing night games in the front yard. We're just having a great time. And I don't think I want to come back there. I know I can't bring my children back there. And that That started a lot. I started getting a lot back. That was the night that Nick told me the world would be a better place if I K'd myself. I'm not going to pretend I never had fun there. I'm not going to pretend it wasn't a great time. Sometimes it was. But it always just seemed like for me, it always just seemed like you were going from drama to drama, disaster to disaster, like thing to thing. And I was like, I don't want to fucking live like this. One thing I have fucking adored about my life the last 7 weeks is how slowed down it's been. Hanging out with friends and normal people and talking to your family again and all these other people and going golfing and, making plans. I love it. Love it. I just wish I could have got some people to, I wish I could have got some people to see it my way. That's all. If that answers your question. Your ex-wife stop that? Not you? No. I told my ex-wife about this later. I told my ex-wife about this maybe 6 weeks ago. That's what it was. She didn't know about that till later. And, the amount of people who are, like, oh, we're proud that you just aren't doing that. That really did humble me. Did you guys ever fight over Melton? No, I don't think we ever fought over Melton. We fought over Chad. We did fight over Chad. But we didn't fight over Melton. You can't do something. You can't go and do something that the other person doesn't want to do. I'm sorry, bud. You just can't do that. I wish you could. Nick and Kayla enjoyed going to the Gay 90s. There were bartenders there that they knew, and they frequented the place. They like it. It's a fun place to go out. We'd go out, and basically I'd just skip the drag show parts, do the dance floor and the karaoke room. Those were the places I went to. I had a lot of fun at the Gay 90s. I really did. I liked doing karaoke, though. That was always really fun. And, again, Nick, Kayla, all of us, we all had a great time doing karaoke. That was one thing we did where I always remember having a good time. I never had a bad time doing that. That was always kind of the one activity you could do. If Nick had done something or somebody else had done something or I'd done something or whatever, you could do karaoke. Everything would be okay. You could all hang out as friends. It was a good time. Plus, if you don't mind me saying, that Kayla can sing. April wanted to do the bikini thing. I'm not going to stop her from doing something she wants to do. Her and I disagreed on that. Fucking stressed out by internet shit. She got stressed out by people, saying things about her, or noticing things about her behavior that were off or anything like that. That got to her and she walked away. I also think, this is what I think. This isn't what April's ever said. This isn't what April. I also believe that she really wasn't into this show anymore, which is fine. I wish she would have just said that. I don't think she liked being a part of this show anymore. I think she had other shows that she kind of had her eyes on. And that, again, just my opinion, that were more important to her. And that again, my personal opinion. Can I ask you this? Did anyone ever ask you to leave the show and shut it down completely? No, nobody did that. My ex-wife saw some stuff on the show. My ex-wife did not like what she saw on the show. And she wanted to get a little protection for herself. She thought it necessary. I, of course, did not. But we've moved past it, and we're good. That one affects me. That one I can talk about. But it was, both April and I were given one. And, but it's fine. I mean, my ex-wife and I can still communicate. We're good. All of that. I just got to watch. I can't say anything. I got to stop saying shit, guys. Red Honda says, Nick has a breakable nose. What are you waiting for, Aaron? He's very small. He's a very slight man. I don't. It would feel Almost unfair. Rekieta gonna fuck around and find out. Now, like I said, I hope all this internet beating that he's taking, and he's getting it way worse from other people. I hope it drives him to get clean, because he's not as smart as he thinks he is, and he needs to get cleaned up. This is not sustainable. I did a lot of things to protect April and her, her feelings when she's on the show, but she was my wife. She was my wife, and I wanted to make sure she was happy. Nick said he was counseling your marriage. That's right up there with I'm a very godly man, or I don't have a problem. Counsel my fucking dick. I mean, if by counseling you mean, I better not. I better not. Yeah, he was counseling my marriage like I was counseling his. Yeah, we're real good counselors. We counsel like a motherfucker. Should open up our own little counseling business. Oh, man. People asking, is that cum? Most self-unaware fucking junkie alive to do something like that. You know how much of a fucking bum-ass, homeless, cunt-fucked San Francisco junkie you'd have to be to have powder on your face when you're doing a stream? You'd have to be the biggest fucking nightmare in the world. Oh, boy. But thank you for letting me know. Did you see any signs of the potential for donut problems from within your home prior to 6 months ago? Or did it completely take you by surprise? Completely, like fucking Pearl Harbor, homeboy. Like Pearl fucking Harbor. Are you kidding? No Fears says, are you ever going to take down that picture of April behind you? Or will you put one up of each of your exes? Oh, the one of her and I in the wrestling ring? Yeah, I guess that is still up, isn't it? Leave it? Sack Monster says leave it. Is it Sack Demon or Sack Monster? Sack Demon. Okay. Sack Demon says keep it. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're a terrible fucking guy. Yeah, I'm the guy who doesn't have foreign substances leaking out of his nose and drinking myself half to death live in front of an audience. You're right. I'm the fucking asshole. Hang me. Hang me. I sang the song wrong. You know what it is? I'm all hopped up on goofballs from those powdered donuts. Son of a bitch. Oh. I want you to sign an NDA. Oh, boy. Sorry. Sometimes we take that with both hands and we throw that shit right out the window, don't we? It's still on. Oh, do I still have? Oh, okay. Thank you, Sack Demon. I appreciate it. I'm laughing a little at the looks you must have gotten when you were like, guys, maybe we shouldn't be doing this. I think we've been good. I don't think we've done anything existentially evil, have we? It's fun. I hope she's happy. I hope she's healthy. I hope she's doing okay. That's my refrain. Aaron said he really hopes April gets the help she needs with a nice guy. No, whatever it is, I think that I just want April to be happy and healthy. That's it. That fucking stream last night, that was bad news. Bad news bears. Pathetic listening is one of the hardest fucking things for a lot of people to do. Because when you're having a conversation with people, it's very natural, like they go, you go. They go, you go. But when people are like sad or in crisis, you got to just kind of sit there with them and kind of they go. And then you ask questions to them about how they're feeling and they go. And then you're basically like a journalist. You're like a reporter. You know, they're telling you stuff and you go, so you're saying you blah, 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 blah. And they're like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. So you'd like to blah, 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 blah. And then they go again. And then you, and I love how I'm saying blah, 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 like I'm not fucking paying attention. But then at the end you can go, wow, that's really interesting. Would you mind if I gave you my perspective? And they'll either go, I'd love to hear your ideas. Or they'll go, no, I just want to fucking ramble on about myself. You're like, all right, cool, we can do that. You know what's funny? I think these last 4 shows have definitely showed him that he does not regret sending that text. He definitely probably thinks, I should have never been friends with this guy. And you know what I love about that? Here's what I like to do. I like to have a feeling about someone, right? And then I like to make that person feel that the feeling's mutual. So when I say, like, my life would have been a lot better if I had never met Nick, I want him to feel the same way about me once all of this is done. And you know what? I would say this, Sack Demon. I would say we're that close. That close. He'd never admit it publicly. You got to keep up. You got to keep up the act. You know, corner demon. I'm not a fucking hack. I don't rip off people's demons. I have my own demons. Isn't that funny? He's got a proverbial demon in his corner. He's got a literal demon in his corner and proverbial demons in his soul. I hope he does get help, though. But if he's not going to, I think we should shame him until he does. I mean, if he wants to, more than welcome. More than welcome. I mean, do I really turn the valve and go all the way? I mean, if he, look, depending on what he does, I'll turn the valve and go all the way. I mean, I've kept a couple in the chamber. You're out of information and this is getting boring. No, the problem is I have too much information. I don't want to let it all, I don't want to let all the information out. If he gives out all the stories, I'll give out all the stories. What? Are they fucking with me? How do you know this? Are you looking? Oh, I believe them. I do. I believe them. This is good. This could be fun. This could be fun. Oh, man. I would, honestly, if I were him, I wouldn't do that. Because, what? All the shit I've been holding back on, all the shit I haven't said. Well, there's not really much you can say about me. I mean, what can you really say about me? Honestly, I would leave it the fuck alone if I were him. But hey, if people are going to fuck up and make mistakes, let them fuck up and make mistakes. Because, oh boy, I don't think you want me telling the fix her story. I don't think you want that one. I don't know if you want me to tell the soulmate story. I don't think you want me to tell the story that just happened upstairs. You want me to tell the what's that? Okay. Huh. You want me to tell the crying on the floor story? You want to play the you want to talk about the I honestly I can't even hint at that one. Boy, I was going to keep all these to myself too. This could get really fucking fun. What do I have to lose? I'm not doing drugs. What? I'm not. I'm not doing drugs. I ain't married. I have a beer in my hand, so I can't really go, I'm not drinking at all. I'm drinking a responsible human amount. You want me to do you want me to tell the couch story? Do I need to tell the oh boy, this could get fun. Do I need to tell the what the fuck is that on the couch story? How about the cornered in the bathroom on Super Bowl Sunday story? How fucking bad do you want to do it, motherfucker? I'm just saying, just in case. If he doesn't say anything, then we're going to be fine. But, I mean, what you want to talk about? Guys, make sure you're clipping it for me tonight. Any clips about your boy Aaron, make sure you send them to me, because I'd love to talk about him. Ooh. Do you want me to tell the Snow Angels story? I can tell the Snow Angels story. No, you don't know the Snow Angels story. I can't. I can't. I do. All the other hintings are going to give away too much. Oh yeah, I would not fuck with me on this one. Maybe I need to put in a call to Worski. Because Worski told me, he goes, you ready to say everything about Nick? No. And I told him, I said, no, not everything. Just going to talk about me. But after tonight, maybe we give the old Keno Casino a call. This could be fascinating.